Hello everybody, welcome. We're here for the very first time with, yes, Julianne Quintain, my Fallout London character. This is my first time playing Fallout London. I literally have no idea what's going on, where to go, the plot, anything. All I know, I saw the first 2 or 3 hours of gameplay on the Game Plan's channel when it first was released 8-9 months ago, and he had a lot of issues because the game was just released. He played it the day of release, and I decided I was going to wait to play the game until they did all of their updates, all of their patches, everything to make sure that the game was stable. And the last update that they did was early to mid-October of 2024. But I still waited a little bit just in case, and so I finally downloaded this game about a month or so ago. And then I was just trying to figure out how I could install it on Mod Organizer 2 and whatever patches I needed to, and it took me a bit to realize, no, they already installed all the patches on the base game. When you download the base game, that's it. You don't need to download anything else. So it took me about a month to realize that, because I overreacted and freaked out. Thought, oh no, I don't want to break my game. So anyway, this is my first time playing through. I apologize to any of the content creators who might be watching my channel. VaultGirl145, the Game Plan, Quick Smoke, Alhoon, Gopher. Yeah, like Gopher's gonna watch my little channel. But anyway, I didn't watch anybody play this game. I wanted to be completely spoiler free. I did watch the first 2 hours or 3 hours of gameplay from the Game Plan the day of release, and that's when I saw that there was a lot of crashing and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm gonna wait until the game is properly fixed. So that's why now is when I'm doing this. So this game is incredible. It is, as many of you probably know, it is only available for PC. Consoles can't do it because, well, it's a mod, and the mod is 35 gigs. So, yeah, yeah, no game console can handle a mod that size. So, sadly, it is only for computer play systems, personal computers, PCs. There we go. And I was also waiting to find someone who made installing it on Mod Organizer 2 easy for my weird brain to understand. And I finally did. There's a little bit of chunk over in that area, so there's a lot of green and leaves or something. But, yes. So, I've only been playing for 6.5 hours. And I've really not explored much. You know, I started here. Okay, you start in, quote-unquote, the vault, which I think is up here. And then you take a train down here, and then it crashes. And technically that's where you start the game. Which, ironically, train crash is what people were having a problem with the day of launch, and for a little while after. Mainly, I think the day of launch was when the train crashed, the game would crash to desktop. So I was waiting for everything to fix. But basically, I went from here over to here, down over here, did a couple of quests, and now they're sending me up here. But there's a settlement or something over here. Looking at my, you can kind of see it down at the bottom center of the screen, the settlement icon that I have not discovered yet. and I kind of want to discover it so I can dump off my junk. I've been waiting to dump junk. I did sell a bunch of it because I need money for ammo. As I heard, you start with it. This is a very melee intensive game. I'm not good with melee. I think they patched some fixes in, so you will get a gun fairly early in the game. I got a gun. You can get a gun from a dead guy here if you play a character without a high enough intelligence. 7, spoiler. If you have under 7, you can't do the medical stuff that you need to, so he dies. You can get a pistol there. Rifle. You can get a gun from him. If you can save him, then you run all the way down here, and you'll eventually pick up a gun from one of the bodies you kill here, or if you go to Nadia's trading post, she sells some guns. So still pretty early in the game, you will be able to get a gun. I right now finally have a 9mm that I bought from her. I found this crude rifle. This is technically a rifle, pipe pistol. And I found a suppressed sniper rifle. That was freaking awesome. That was a luck. I did not expect to find a sniper rifle, a suppressed sniper rifle. And again, when I saw the trader, I was able to buy this, and she did have a I think she had a Mosin Nagant, I think, but I didn't have enough money for that. And then you're gifted this right after you leave the train. So yeah, it's melee / unarmed combat heavy at first, but you do get a gun fairly early on. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get a gun until after playing for 12 or 15 hours, and I got a gun after playing for 2 or 3 hours. I think after 3 hours. But see, I sneak and search everything. I'm a loot goblin, so I go slow. Excuse me, I explore everything. So yeah, it took me a little while, but yeah. So honestly, oh yeah, and one other thing. Character creation in this game is pretty darn cool. It's still rather vanilla. You still get the Nate character, the Nora character, and it's the same presets from Fallout 4. But one of the things that I think is really cool in this game is that, well, you can't really tell too well from her hairstyle, but it's actually 2 hairstyles combined in one. 2 vanilla hairstyles combined into one. It's the, Agent X and whatever Kate's hairstyle is. The wispy, blasted hair back thing. Whatever hairstyle Kate has, blended with this nice fancy one, which is either Agent X or something like that. So that is a neat addition. So instead of having like 50 hairstyles, there's now 200 hairstyles, because they just combined 2, in some cases 3 together to come up with something different. So that was cool. I didn't expect that. And this has been really fun to play. But one of the reasons why I finally decided to actually pull out a video here is something that I discovered here in Fallout London. And since I have a number of episodes regarding this particular fascination of mine, I guess you could say, I thought I'd share it with you guys. And that is morbid as it is, but it's still, I find it adds immersion and realism to the game. So, as you could tell, we're here, sorry if I zipped around, at an ice cream truck. Okay? Traditional ice cream with candy canes. Interesting. And we're here with a mother and her son, and a mother, her husband, and their child. Again, I am glad that this added child skeletons, because war is a horrible thing that nobody should have to endure. And maybe if enough people, I'm going to keep it on so you guys can see it. Maybe if enough people are disgusted by seeing dead children in games, they'll kind of go, maybe we shouldn't have dead children in real life too. So, hey, who knows? But, yeah, that was the main thing I wanted to share is, and, you know, whoops, wrong button. Right here, this is the first place that I have seen child skeletons. And I've not gone through much, but I'm wandering through a lot of the streets, through a number of buildings. I went through a school. Where's the school? Bromley College. Which, strangely, it reminded me more of a middle school than a college, high school. But anyway, yeah, I didn't see a lot, so I was surprised to find any here, just outside the Greenwich Foot Tunnel North. But honestly, this game is pretty darn stable. I'm only running 7 mods, and that's basically the game. Fallout 4 script extender, almost everything you need is included in the mod, in the Fallout London mod. I am, because they said it's okay, on their Nexus page, they said it's okay if you want to use it. So I am using Place Anywhere for when I do build in the settlements. That's really the only mod that I'm using in this game. Everything else, vanilla. I did change the time scale. I saved the game, hard save. Did the time scale from 20, vanilla, down to 10, which is what I usually do in Fallout 4. Make the days last longer and stuff like that. And about 5 minutes after I did that, the game crashed to desktop. So, it might... circumstantial evidence, but I left the timescale alone. And since I've left the timescale alone, I have not had any crashes. So there's that for anybody who may try to play this game and fiddle with it. But honestly, I don't have any weapon mods. I don't need any, because there's a lot of cool weapons in here. Clothing mods. Oh, clothing. This is turning into more than just a skeleton video. Different armors. This is actually better than... this is basically metal armor. There is Raider armor, but it's called hooligan armor, and it looks like Raider armor, it's just crap. But the thing that's interesting is, we got the clothing, okay? We got the clean tan suit. And do you notice anything about it? Well, one, it has damage resistances, I don't know, but there's no perks with it. You don't get a charisma boost from a clean suit. You don't get a endurance boost or a luck boost from a knit cap. You don't get any boost from surgical masks. But you do get this interesting clothing item of a toothbrush. or cigarettes. I don't know. I've seen a couple of NPCs with cigarettes in their ears. I found this toothbrush. It said toothbrush. Well, you can see it. It said toothbrush left ear. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? What? I can clean my... Is this a weapon? Is it a junk item? And then I found it in here. And basically, let's see if I can... You can kind of see it in her hair right now. Can I? Nope. Damn it. Nope. I'm as close up as I can get. But you can kind of see a weird object sticking out of the side of her hair. That's a toothbrush sticking in her ear. Weird clothing item. But yeah, clothes do nothing in this game. They give you no special boosts at all. At least so far in what I've discovered in 6.5 hours of playing, every time I find a clothing item, it does not give you a boost of any kind. So that's interesting. This football kit, well, anyway, it's football clothing, soccer clothing. To us Americans, it's soccer. Basically what she's wearing right now. It offers defenses, which is basically Raider leather. Yeah, Raider leathers. That's pretty much what this is. So yeah, I was kind of surprised. I'm like, oh, I'll pick up a red dress. You know, I found a red dress. I'm like, great, I can use it for There's no charisma boost on it. Well, shit. And yeah, I'm discovering some new things about this game. But I also want to say I'm having a lot of fun here. I find myself, you know, I finished playing at night, and I'm like, oh, I want to play some more of this in the morning. Oh, I need to do some more stuff in Fallout 4. I kind of want to go into Fallout London and play that for a bit. Oh, now it's late. Now it's time to go to bed. Okay, well, I'll do some Fallout 4 stuff tomorrow. You know what? I kind of feel like doing Fallout London. So, yeah, Fallout London is a really, really engaging game. I'm enjoying it a lot. One of the other things is this rubbish bin. Every single freaking rubbish bin, garbage can that I've gone by, never a freaking thing in it. Ever. There's never anything in these rubbish bins. And I'm like, why do you guys have them as containers when there is never any, and I mean never, anything? There's no scrap of paper, there's no empty cigarette packs, there's no ticket, there's nothing in these rubbish bins. In other container type things, sure, I find all sorts, but these particular rubbish bins, never a frickin' thing in them. But yeah, they've got their own vehicles. Most of you know this from seeing all of their ads and things like that for, hey, if you're interested in Fallout London, here's stuff that we've created. But seriously, they wow. And this is totally a British style vehicle. This is one of their, pretty sure this is, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of their cabs. And it's a Jaguar. Sorry, a Jaguar. Jaguar is what Americans call everything. And a Jaguar is the car, and a Jaguar is the cat in Britain. But yeah, that's very Jaguar reminiscent, mainly for this whole front end reminds me very much of a Jaguar. Oh yeah, the taxi cabs. These are the standard, typical cabs that we see on television today. It's freaking amazing. They put in a lot of work in this thing. And I know I'm, preaching to the choir here. Everybody here knows how awesome or how much work Fallout London put into this game. But seriously, I mean, I'm having fun just walking up to the cars going, ooh, I recognize that car from all the British shows that I watch and Top Gear. That's not the only one I watch, but I'm as well as Top Gear. Um, just I enjoy British television, mostly British comedy and such, but it's just so yes. And I have also seen ice cream trucks styled like this in Mr. Bean. One of the Mr. Bean episodes, he goes and he buys an ice cream, and sure enough, there's a big old ice cream on top. In Scrap Heap Challenge, one of the vehicles that they got was an ice cream truck that had a giant ice cream cone on the roof, and the van looked like this. So, yes, this is definitely fog rolling in. Shit, I didn't expect fog to be rolling in. Oh, by the way, when it rains here, it fucking rains here. I think they're using the mod True Storms or something like that. I mean, this mod is made up of mods of mods of mods. So like the Bailisong, this is a knife mod from somebody. I honestly don't know who, but I've seen it showcased on some on some mod channels. And so he either worked on it a little bit more for this game, or he just allowed them to port it over to his game, to Fallout London. I'm not certain, but this knife is a mod you can get for Fallout 4. I'm not doing anything. This is just waiting for me to touch my controller, and it's doing this. So, yeah, this is a hell of a mod. But this is a mod you can get for Fallout 4. But it's been added to Fallout London. Now I just did the controller. So, yeah, fog's rolling in. Yeah, so it took me a long time to install this game. One, because I wanted to make sure that they updated it completely and it was going to be a completely stable game, which again was done in early to mid-October of 2024. I finally downloaded it from GOG early March of 2025. And then I was freaking out, going, oh, well, what other things do I need to download and stuff like that? Do I need to download patches? No, they've already been added. Silly girl. So anyway, but I did find instructions on that I could understand how to install it to Mod Organizer 2. So you could keep playing any of your Fallout 4 characters, but then when you feel like playing Fallout London, you can just switch to that profile and play Fallout London, have separate saves there, and then when you feel like playing Fallout 4, just switch back to your Fallout 4 profile. And it's actually pretty easy. And honestly, you really don't need any mods to play this game, except maybe for Place Anywhere, which I think I said I'm using, because there's a settlement just behind this truck that I want to discover, to unload any junk and stuff like that. But on the Nexus page, I've done 3 recordings of this, and 2 of them went weird, so I don't know if I'm repeating myself in the same episode or not. But according to the Fallout London Nexus page, there's a few mods that you can download if you want to, that are safe for the game, and 4 of the 5 I have no interest in, or already have, and the last one was Place Anywhere, and that works fine for this game. They kind of set up the game saying, yeah, you can use Place Anywhere, it's not going to cause problems. So I don't have any I don't have any modded build stuff. I don't have Dead Wasteland, USO, um, Woody's Wasteland stuff. Nothing. I have 0 build mods. I'm going completely vanilla, and I have never found until just now a settlement yet, so I don't know what the objects look like, what kind of objects you get in settlement mode. I have not watched anybody play at all, so if any content creators that I am subscribed to are watching this and going, why didn't you watch my stuff when I streamed? I wanted to be completely in the dark. I didn't want to know a single thing about this game. I did watch, something. There's a word that I'm trying to say, but I can't think of the word. But I did watch 3 hours of the game plan playing this game on the day of release. And that's when I saw that there were still a lot of issues, like it crashing as soon as you get to the train crash. Ironically, train crash, crashed to desktop. So that's when I said, okay, I don't want to watch anymore. I want to be completely in the dark about everything in this game. Whatever Fallout London tells us about the different factions, that's fine. But where things are found, what items you can get, I know that there's something like 006 magazines, a little play on 007. I think there's some Doctor Who references in here. I know, because I found one, that there's some cute Cthulhu thingies. Yeah, Azathoth doll. And apparently cute Cthulhu. And now I've got a quest to try and lose my mind or something. I don't know. Those bits I knew about. But that's because those were shown on the Fallout London website saying, oh, here's some things that we've done. But I've just picked up this magazine and I forgot what the hell it lets me do. I think it's under perks. Oh, and when you pick up beer mats, it increases your melee damage. News to me. I didn't know that. Yeah, no. Oh, and this game has traits from like Fallout 1, Fallout 2, New Vegas. I think 3 has traits. Fallout 4 got rid of traits. I don't know why, but New Vegas has traits, and this one has a lot of the similar ones. And as a spoiler, this wasn't the spoiler that I meant, but as a spoiler, a lot of the, Sneering Imperialist is from New Vegas, but a lot of the, you can get Cannibal just at level 4. It's not something from your special chart that if you have an endurance of 8, you can choose the perk of Cannibal. No, you just, as soon as you reach level 4, you can pick Cannibal if you want. But pretty much everything else, Iron Fist, strength of 1. Big League, strength of 2. Pretty much most of these are where they are located on the Fallout 4 perk chart. I didn't realize that, so I wasn't sure where I should put my perk points. But I found out that, pretty much, the perk chart is pretty much the same. There's a few new things. Like Slayer. That's from earlier Fallout games. Not in Fallout 4, so that's new. But you do get Rooted in Fallout 4, Basher, Steady Aim, all those are in Fallout 4. Strongback, Heavy Gunner. But Slayer is new, because in Fallout 4, strength of 10 is Pain Train. So, they added a few different things. What else? Chariot of Fire, Endurance 8. I don't even remember what that is on Fallout 4, but you can read that. Sprinting drains 25% less. Okay, I've been on for 30 minutes. But, yes. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I mean, okay. For myself, from what I saw from the game plan's first playthrough and from what I had heard from a number of other people, is it takes forever to get a gun in Fallout London. It's mostly a melee game. So I went, oh shit, I gotta give myself, a high strength. And no, I think lab rat, I take more damage. Okay, her strength is 4. I do have a character who has a strength of 7. And an intelligence of 1, I think. It's fun. This does add a few other things like strength tests or intelligence tests and things that you kind of got from Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, and probably 1 and 2. So that's nice. But I was like, ooh, I gotta have a high strength because I'm gonna be doing a lot of melee. Turns out, you can either find a gun right here, which is when you come out of here and you talk to these 3 guys, they lead you over here, and if you're able to help one of their wounded, well, then no matter what, you end up having to go down here. If you're unable to help the wounded, he dies, you get a gun. If you're able to help him, well, he doesn't give you a gun, but when you wander around, you'll find some baddies, but eventually you will find a gun. And so basically, I got a gun. I got this 2.5, 3 hours into the game. So I thought I wasn't going to get a gun until 15 hours of playing. So that's what it was sounding like. So you actually do get a gun fairly early in the game. Getting a place to upgrade them, that takes a while. Getting to work a cooking station and a chemistry station, you find those pretty early on. Weapons, I have yet to find an armor workstation. I have not found an armor workstation yet. I found a tea station in this building where you can make special tea, but I haven't found an actual workbench. I found a weapon workbench, no armor workbench. Yeah, so, and then, yeah, over here, at the bottom of the screen, you can see where over there somewhere is the first settlement that I'm aware of that exists in the game. I haven't seen that icon at the bottom just above the north anywhere else in this game so far. So I think this is the first settlement. And I don't have local leader yet, so I can't even make workstations yet. But again, rambling on, this is probably going to go in my Caffein-ADD episode. Caffeinated with Nikita. Fallout London is fun. If you can get it, get it. Again, it's only available for PC, and because it's only available for PC, I strongly suggest you have a mod manager, preferably mod organizer, because it's easier to fiddle with stuff. But if you have Vortex, there's probably a number of Vortex users who've already played Fallout London, and they're like, it's great, it's fine, don't worry about it. But I suggest you play it on with a mod manager, because then you can switch between playing Fallout 4 and Fallout London. If you don't have a mod manager, then when you feel like playing Fallout 4 again, you have to uninstall Fallout London, which involves uninstalling Fallout 4, then reinstall Fallout 4 and everything for Fallout 4. Then you can play it, but then when you feel like playing your Fallout London character again, then you have to install Fallout London, and probably uninstall Fallout 4 because you already have saves on it, reinstall it. Blah, it's a pain in the ass. So I suggest you do Fallout London with a mod manager. That way you can switch back and forth between playing Fallout 4 and Fallout London with a bunch of different characters and different saves. And it all works. Seriously, this game works. They took Todd Howard's statement and made it true. Because it works now. At first it didn't. At first they needed a whole bunch of patches. Blah, 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 blah. Now it works. Now it works. So if you can, give it a try. I'm having a lot of fun in here. And don't worry, I'm still doing Fallout 4 content. It's just, yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed my Caffein-ADD. And be excellent to each other and to yourself, and party on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.